we think as a woman, we can change this man, we can change his character. You will give yourself a lot of heartache. You will waste a lot of years of your life staying with a man that you cannot change. You cannot change an unhealthy man. You cannot heal an unhealthy man. You as a woman should not stick around until he heals himself, if he ever does. Today I wanted to make a video about how to find a good quality man, how to find a man that is husband material. I wanted to share my story today of how my life shifted, because I always used to attract unhealthy men and unhealthy toxic relationships. I changed some things around in my life, and now I am in a very healthy, loving relationship, a man that treats me very well. And it wasn't that he was this man on a white horse that came to save me. That is not the story. I really changed some things within myself and worked on certain things within myself, shifted my perspective, and that is why I attracted this relationship. So I wanted to start off with this. You cannot turn a man into a good man. You cannot turn a man into a good husband. He must already embody this. And I think that is where us women, a lot of us go wrong, because we think we can change a man. We think we can form a man into what we want him to be, but he should already possess these traits and qualities. A lot of us, we already created the story in our minds of who our husband is going to be. This is how he is going to look, right? And maybe you now have a specific person in mind, but I think it's very important to look at a man objectively, without your feelings, without your heart, and really check, like, hey, does he have the traits and the quality of a good man and of a husband? Not a man that is a work in progress, not a man that you can form into a husband, but does he already possess these qualities? I looked for certain qualities in men that for me were husband material. And if that man did not possess these certain qualities, I would move on. He might look amazing, you know, he might fit the other boxes, but if in his character he is not husband material, I would move on. That was for me very important, because that saved me the heartache, that saved me the struggle that we experience in relationships, because we try to hold on and we try to change this man and he's not willing to change. You know, he is who he is. It's when I stopped doing that and searched for the man that actually had these qualities that my life changed and that I met my man. Now, this also ties into my second point. Stop choosing potential. Believe who he is now, not who he could be. Believe who he is now, not what he could be. The man you have in front of you now is the man he is. We all have the ability to be better, to do better, to grow, but you cannot live your life in doubt and uncertainty, right? Expect that this man will not change, and the man that you have in front of you is the man that he is. You have to be okay with the man that he is now. If you're not okay with the man that he is now, and I'm talking financially, spiritually, mentally, where he is in his life, assume that he's not going to change. Assume that this is the man that you are getting, because otherwise you're just going to disappoint yourself. Most likely you are choosing wrong, because I truly believe that your partner is your equal. You're equally yoked with that person. You should in somewhat be on the same level as your man. And if this is not the case and you already can see it, don't fall for it. Just assume that that is not your husband, that is not your man. Now, another very important thing that I did in this journey to attract a good man, husband material, and some of you ladies are not gonna like this one, but I think it's very important. Don't sleep with a man too quickly. Don't give your body too quickly to a man. Wait until you can see the true character of a man, until you see the true colors of a man, because a man can act very well. If he wants you in the bedroom and he wants your body, he wants something from you, he's gonna say everything that sounds right on paper. He's gonna act right just to get what he wants. But wait until his true colors, his true character shows. And this takes time. A lot of the times we don't even really like this man. Okay, it's because our feelings got involved because we slept with him. Our rose-colored glasses come on and we think this man is everything, right? Because we formed an emotional attachment to this man. And this is usually what happens, right? After a few years of being with a man and our feelings wear off, this is when we can see our man for who he is. And this is where women usually, start to complain with, yeah, my man does this, he's not good for me, this is what he does wrong. The thing is, he was always this man, he was always this person. It's only now that you can see it because you lost your feelings, you lost that emotional attachment. So for me, this changed the game for me, because after a few bad relationships, I became celibate, right? I still dated men. I still let men court me, but I would not sleep with them. And this is like the best tip that I can advise for all my ladies, okay, all my sisters. Don't sleep with men. Preserve your body, preserve your mental, your spiritual. Get to know a man first. Don't give your body away. Do not sleep with him. Why this worked for me is because I could really vet a man very quickly. And within 1 or 2 or 3 dates, I could tell like, oh, this is a good man. This is a man with quality or not. And I could also see, hey, can we actually be friends? What else is there than this physical attraction? Can we be friends? Do we have the same mindset? Are we the same spiritually? How do we connect on all levels instead of just the physical? And then also another very important thing that helped me out to find a good quality man is I had to learn what my personal boundaries were. I had to really brainstorm about it, write it down. What are my boundaries within a relationship? Because a lot of us women, we accept a lot. And a lot of us stay when we know we should leave. I had to learn the hard way when a man shows his true colors, even the first time, that is usually who he is. And if he shows certain traits that are dangerous, that are unhealthy, that are toxic, that is your sign to leave. That is the moment you should leave. And this all has to do with setting clear boundaries for yourself and also knowing what your boundaries are. Willing to walk away whenever a man oversteps your boundaries, and not after the 3rd, 4th, 5th time, the first time, right? The first time is when you should leave. For me, for example, certain things that I wrote down for myself that are unacceptable and that would make me walk away is, for example, cursing at me, yelling at me, belittling me, gaslighting me. As soon as I saw these traits, I'm out the door, right? Glimpses of these traits, I should say, because a man always shows himself early on, even if it's just raising his voice or making certain jokes that are not funny, belittling you in a certain way, gaslighting you. You should be able to communicate these boundaries too to your man. But I think it's most importantly for you, so you know when you could stay and when you could leave. And also when you know when this is a good man or an unhealthy man. An unhealthy man has certain traits that you cannot deny. And when we see a man with unhealthy traits, we should be confident enough to leave that relationship. We should be trusting in ourselves that there is a better man out here for us that is going to treat us right. And don't accept certain behaviors that are unacceptable. Just leave, because this man is not going to change. This comes back to what I was saying earlier. We think as a woman, we can change this man. We can change his character. We can't. You will make yourself very unhappy. You will give yourself a lot of heartache. You will waste a lot of years of your life staying with a man that you cannot change. You cannot change an unhealthy man. You cannot heal an unhealthy man. A man can only heal himself. And you as a woman should not stick around until he heals himself. If he ever does, who knows? He might stay like this forever. Definitely for me, that was a very important one, learning my boundaries. And also having the confidence to walk away, to leave when my boundaries are being crossed. Having the confidence to speak up as well, communicate your boundaries, and walk away whenever it's necessary. Walk away early. And I think what also played a very big role within our journey is that while I was working on myself, being celibate, I was also doing a lot of inner work. I think the reason that we work so well is that we both really worked on ourselves, our inner selves. We worked on ourselves mentally, spiritually. We definitely worked on our own traumas and baggage. For me, for example, I really did not want to bring old baggage into this relationship. I did not want to bring trauma into this new relationship. So I really tried to heal that within myself so we would have a fresh beginning. And he did the same. And I think also that's why we work, right? If you want to attract a healthy quality man, do the inner work, Don't wait for him to arrive, but do the inner work. Because if you better yourself as a woman, if you build your confidence, if you work on yourself mentally, spiritually, you get to know your boundaries, you know what you want now. That is when you will attract a man on that same wavelength, right? A man that is also been working on these things. And I truly, truly believe that you attract what you are. So it's not just about finding your husband or your dream man. It's also about working on yourself and becoming what you want to attract. I hope this video was helpful. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe if you want to join the community, and I will see you very soon.